Now I'm going to be tying a pattern, a Caddis pattern, CDC bubble Caddis. Now I'm going to show you the fly. It's here. Now it's a pattern I tied for a friend who was looking for a light coloured Caddis that he could use. Now I tied him two types. I tied him this one, basically with the natural CDC underneath, and then I tied him one with the dyed CDC, and the natural one. It was the best of the two. I did catch on the other one, but not as well as this one. So basically, you've seen this dressing before, meaning the style. This is just a pattern, and it's a fly. Honestly, you'd be worth tying a few of these and putting them in your box. Now the hook I'm using, this is the Fuller Mill hook. It's the Ultimate Dry Fly in black nickel, and it's a barbless hook. It's a size 14. Thread I'm going to be using is the Rst.Brown Uni N80. It's a simple fly. It's a great style. This fly, I tied it many years ago, and it's always been a popular fly. I tied it in the bubble version. Was the first time I done them was in the 80s, the late 80s, and the sedge style one sort of developed from there, from basically midge patterns and so on, and some olive patterns I tied. But the bubble Caddis has been a very popular fly, both on the internet and for many friends and anglers that I know. So anyway, we're going to start at the eye. Just run the silk down, or the thread, sorry, all the way along. Nice base of thread down to the, just as before it goes round the bend of the hook. Then we want to get two natural CDC feathers, and these are duck CDC feathers. Now you could use a small, medium to small. Now they've got a natural curve, as you can see there. They'll lay one on top of the other. So lined up, and we pull the fibre in with a finger and thumb, and we hold this. And we catch on the top. Now put the tips towards yourself and do that turn over, and then lift the fibre up and on. You can pull it slightly, tighten it up. Now what you're looking for is this. If you look in here, this is like basically a curve inside there. It's like the inside of a rowing boat, if you want to call it, and it basically, when you pull that over, it traps the bubble, and this was holds the fly up. It gives it a lot of buoyancy, and it sits really well. Now we tidy up by just tying in the tips. Body length is like 2/3 of the way up. Come back down. Now it's just this, the name of the fly, it's just the fox Caddis. It's after the material I'm using. It's just the fox squirrel. This is the fox squirrel dubbing I'm using. This one's from Dave Whitlock. I'm not sure you the it's there, sorry. It's called the fox squirrel here. It's basically for nymphs, but it's a very good dry fly dubbing, and SLF made the Whitlock range. I think it's Wopsy now, it sells this. This is an old packet I've had for many years. Well, I bought 3 or 4, so it's lasted well. This is going to be for the body and the thorax. So just pull it out. It dubs extremely well. It's very easy to dub. Slide it up, and then stretch it out. Use the anchor point being here now since I've got it in. And then we're looking at a Caddis type body shape. Just wind up to right there, and remove the excess. Let's go back a turn here, just to tidy it a bit better. Turn in front. Now the bubble, we're going to form the underwing in this case. You could leave out the deer hair on this, but I'm going to, the deer hair is part of the fly now, so it's very popular with the deer hair on top. Now you want looking for the back of the bubble or the CDC to about maybe 2/3 of the body over the back. So we pull this in, hold it tight, pinch and loop. A couple of times, 2 or 3 turns then to secure it, and check with the bubble. Now there they are, that's it sitting nice. Now as you see, and I'm trying to cut it, it's moving, so it's important when you trim that away, bring it back up, get the wax on your thread, and then secure it in nice and tight. You've got to be tight with it all the way down. Now don't cut it right up where you got it in. You need to tie it in this length here. The stems of CDC are quite hard, or quite stiff, and if you cut it off away up here, it will pull out. So you'll be tying it in the full length of the thorax. It will be nice and secure. And then I'm using an elk hair, a bleached elk hair. So don't need a lot of fibre, just enough to get the colour. Cut it close to the skin, and then you want to like basically open out these fibres and remove all this broken fibres and underfur, because we're going to stack it. You could use coastal deer, you could use any type of hair. This is what I used originally in the fly. Now we're going to stack it, so into the stacker, tips first, and then tap it on our desk. Remove it from the stacker. Now you see it's stacked up to your finger and thumb. We want these ends just to come by the back of the CDC, so slightly longer than the CDC. So there's our length there. So we hold that, trim away the waste, and leave yourself enough room to tie it in. So we hold that nice and tight. Make sure this is secure. That's fine. I'll wax on my thread, come back down, and then what I'm going to do is tie in. Now I've got, this is a bronze mallard feather. Now you've got obviously the bronze mallard side, and then you've got a grey side. Now I'm going to take two of the fibres off the grey side. So just bring them 90 degrees from the stem, tips will line up. You can then tear these off and tie them forward. Just basically a pinch and loop, tie it on there, make sure it's tied in. The waist ends are there, just come in and trim that away. Now leave them at this point. What we're going to do is get back to our dubbing, and then we're going to do our thorax. So tap it on. Now I'm starting basically just behind the horns and working my way up to the wing. And don't worry if you see some of the Rst.Brown thread showing through. Adds to the colour of the fly. So we come down to this point here, and we take away most of the dubbing and leave a wee tiny bit to go, basically to wind this in front of the horns. So we tighten up, we lift the horns, come in front with 2 or 3 turns. Just leave it at that point, just checking. Another 2 or 3 turns to secure it. It's fine. And now to varnish, best to do it this way. Tiny bit of varnish onto the thread, about 1 centimetre from the eye. And then wet finish, and this will basically lock in the wet finish. 2, 3, and tighten up. Trim away the thread. And then what we can do, I'm just going to use my dubbing needle instead of the velcro. Just bring out some of the dubbing, pick it out, just take your time, just put it into it, pull it. So there we are. Just move this one, leave it too long. And there you go. And that's the Fox Caddis, or CDC version. Instead of the dubbing, if you don't like the dubbing like that, just use a hackle. Okay, so you've got a nice finished fly, and a good pattern. Great fun to tie. You can tie these, fill a box in no time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And that there's your Fox Caddis.